Welcome to the #1 health and wellness show across the nation.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Get ready to tap into the best fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle advice right at the palm of your hands. Tune in to powerful interviews that uncover key components to conquer the mind, body, and soul. Unlocking your greatest potential. It's the Fight for Your Life Health and Wellness Show, right now on AM 1340 and 96.9 FM, Fox Sports Radio. Here's your host, Jessica Lane.
There are an ever-increasing percent of Americans trying to figure out how to become financially independent in the capitalistic country that we call home. And while the government plays a secondary role in our economic system, allowing people free will, there are still a great amount of Americans that are struggling, trying to figure out how to become financially stable. Why is it that 3% of our economy accounts for the other 97% of our society's wealth? Why is there such a big gap in our social construct? Well, if you've ever wondered the answer to any of these questions, then you might want to hear from today's guest. Find out how a great friend of mine moved from Jamaica to America, worked at Target getting paid $8.50 an hour, and became a multimillionaire by the age of 28. How is it that he was able to navigate a society that many people fall victim to? Let's take a look. Jessica Lane, on-air fitness personality and health reporter, and I want to welcome you guys to the Fight for Your Life Health and Wellness Show on Fox Sports Radio. Now, this show is intended to help individuals conquer anything that may be inhibiting them from reaching their best self. Whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, we are all at some point fighting for our lives, and today I have a fabulous person with me. His name is Quillan Black, and the topic for discussion today is financial health. Boom. No, seriously, guys. So a lot of people, we talk about educational health, we talk about emotional health, we talk about physicalities, but we never really talk about our finances. And in dealing with that, we need to understand that a lot of the reasons that we are stressing, a lot of the times that we're going through different things, is because of that financial stress and not having the ability to have that financial freedom. How are you today?
Pretty good, just been busy all day running errands and whatnot, so just trying to tackle it.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, for you guys that don't know, Mr. Quillan Black has had an immensible amount of success as a young entrepreneur. He's actually a millionaire at the age of, a multi-millionaire at the age of 28 years old, and he's been afforded the opportunity to have other people gain wealth and help them to gain that knowledge to gain an immensible amount of wealth. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the brand is called Reverend Profit. We have 4,500 students all around the entire world, and what we actually do is teach people how to actually trade inside the currency market, and we're teaching them a craft that can better them every single freaking day inside their regular day, so they can have a normal job and still make side income, being able to trade inside a non-stock market.
So what got you into trading?
Well, actually, I've been trading stocks first around 19 or 20 years old, so I already caught the interest from early on in high school and whatnot. So when I came out of high school I couldn't really get a job, so I had no choice but to find out all the ways on how to make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So can you tell me a little bit exactly what is trading for people that have never heard the term trading in their life? What is trading?
It might sound boring.
No, it's okay. It's okay because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there that want to know, like, oh my God, like even 40 and 50-year-olds that's listening to this right now, they want to know how is it that this young 28-year-old man is a multimillionaire?
And it's funny because like my oldest student is like 70 years old. So
Your oldest student is 7 years old.
70.
70.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So what trading is pretty much just being able to speculate like a live market, which could be based on currencies or commodities. Like it can be based on so many other things. So it's just based on you actually taking positions in a market and speculating how far a price can move up or down. So you can probably from either way.
So through speculation, we're talking about like technical analysis, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit about that. What is technical analysis?
Technical analysis is the art that you use past price or past data to help you predict in some sense where future price can actually go, or can actually bounce off from, and actually you could take advantage from that in some kind of way. So at the same time, like technical analysis can be based off of years worth of data or days worth of data, and we can still benefit off it from the future of the market.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how long have you been doing this?
8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like second nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that they wish they were in your shoes. Like, what made you decide to have this grind in doing and trading and marking up charts and having technical analysis or performing technical analysis?
I think it's just you are like the market itself is bigger than you. So just knowing that you could let's say predict a $1 trillion a day market, I feel like it's just just understanding that power that you do have to pretty much gain some kind of profit from a market that's going either positive or negative in the entire day and benefit both ways. So it's like just understanding that, like I've seen it as like a no-brainer to like not want to learn it,
Right.
and understand as much as possible so I can benefit from it to build a kind of lifestyle that I want to live.
Right. So how did you discover it then? Because a lot of people don't know about trading and have never heard about trading in their life.
That's true.
So how did you even discover trading?
So I think like when I was like 19 or 20 years old, I first started just from like dabbling, just like going online and seeing like how can I make money online in some kind of way. And trading was always like one of the top things that always came up. But the way how they they put it online it's not like how it seems. They'll talk about stocks, they'll talk about all kind of other companies and everything, but at the same time, like just understanding that even though that you might get sidetracked by what those companies are saying, there's always a truth behind it. So I dug deep more and more. I found out first about binary options. I'm not sure if you know what that is. And then, finding about currency trading, which is called Forex, is like the cousin of binary options. So, I mean, it was kind of like in like one whole niche.
What is binary options?
Binary options is, it's pretty much just like you being able to predict if the price is going up or down. So it's either it has to go up a certain amount of points in a certain amount of time, or go down a certain amount of points in a certain amount of time. So like you have either, it's like a 50-50 chance. So I feel like binary is more gambling more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So a few questions. I just want to dive a little bit deeper just so we can get into the minds of our listeners.
Okay.
So you, being a millionaire and being a person that has gained an immense amount of success,
Definitely.
we always talk about the 97.3% in the American society, right? So why do you think that is?
I feel like 97% of the people just get trapped in the system. And you have that 3% of people that, they understand what's being taught to us, which is going to keep us inside the system for a certain amount of time, for generation on generation. So being that 3%, you are a bit more fearless in some kind of way. So you just want to break the mold and see like what's really out there.
Okay, because there's a big social construct in the American society, right? So
Yeah.
when you say take what's being taught to us or we learn something else in whatever sense you mean that, for the 97% that don't know about trading, how do you think that they should open and expand their minds to help them discover a new way of life?
It's very iffy because for the main fact that a lot of people are skeptical like when it comes to like that kind of stuff because they don't really know any better. They're in a society that all they're seeing is people that have jobs, like they work those jobs for years and years and years and years. They understand the retirement age and everything else. So like they don't really know any better until they probably meet that one person or see that one person in that fancy car or something,
Right.
and try to figure out like how they make it there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because 97% of Americans make about $30,000
That's crazy.
a year.
That's crazy. And back in like high school, actually, like they were preaching that like over and over and over again, and they always made a six-figure job seem like it's unreachable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so definitely try to actually break that mold and everything was a very important thing to me.
Right. Okay. So in high school, that's a good point to start. In the high school, why do you think that in our society everyone teaches someone to go to college and then make that six-figure job, but never teach them that there's anything beyond that?
You know, if they can make that six-figure job.
Right. If they can.
It's because they gotta keep the society, you know, running for another couple of decades or centuries and everything. So like, if you're teaching a person how to actually break the mold throughout high school, you know, there's not going to be any kind of system. You know, society's going to slowly crumble.
By
you know?
system, what do you mean?
As far as you elementary, middle school, high school, college, get that job, work that job, retirement, you know, and save up for retirement for years and years and years and years. And that's it. It's not really much to it, you know. So you're not really like spending time actually experiencing the world like that that we actually live in. You're like working most of the time. You're working most of the time. So at the same time, like you're not gonna really benefit from the money that you're making. Even if you're making a six-figure job, you're not really benefiting from it because you're working most of the time anyways.
All right. So another question:
Yeah.
if it was your world and you had the ability to construct a system in the American economy, how would you revamp this system?
Personally, I wouldn't revamp it because you know you need those kind of people that's gonna work those jobs that some people are not gonna be working. You know, like there's certain people that are risk takers and there's certain people that like to be in like a comfort. You know, like they want to know like things are guaranteed, a guaranteed paycheck, a guaranteed retirement, everything. Versus those certain people, they're a bit more risky and they're willing to actually risk it all.
So people that are more comfortable with security.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of people want security. You know, they want that guarantee.
So people that want security, you're saying that the people that want security, they're more willing to be in this system and not really take the chances or necessary steps it takes to expand and see something more.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure like you could approach a person, that's working that job and everything, and then they'll turn down the opportunity no matter how much money you said that you're making, because they want that guarantee, so.
Right, this is true. Okay, so we talk about systems, right? We're talking about a system, and you actually, as a black man in America, you aren't African American, but you came from Jamaica, which by definition is a third world country. How was it that you were able to come to this country and navigate in a society that a lot of people fall victim to?
It's mainly because I think when it comes from like a third world country, you have like a different mindset, a different grind level and everything else. So I never took advantage of anything, So I feel like if you're born in a certain country, like, things are to your access. Like you could do it at any time, college and everything else, and all these opportunities and everything else. Like you will see them, but you wouldn't really take advantage of them like a person that's coming from an area that you have more opportunities. So like I have to actually use that same mindset. And then, just grind out.
How do you think that you developed this mindset?
Well, my dad was an entrepreneur, so, just understanding, what he has been through and understanding what's possible from, the grind that he put in for years and years and years, and just staying positive the entire time also. You eventually, just like work towards what you're like what you're grinding for, but having that vision in mind the entire time.
Okay. What does your father do?
He's a politics, overall businessman, construction, a lot of stuff. So
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you said a lot of stuff because it has been quoted that it takes seven streams of revenue to develop some of the wealthiest people.
Big time.
Do you believe that?
Big time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like even like I could have, let's say, one everything based around like this one topic, but spring that out into different branches to even make more income also based off of that one topic. So I feel like just understanding how you can actually diversify your portfolio in some sense is major.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So, what do you think has been one of the most rewarding things for you in helping other people become self-sufficient and gain wealth?
I feel like just being able to connect with people, this understanding that I was in their shoes at one point in time. I was working that job at one point in time. I came, I went to the local high school. I'm just a regular dude at the same time. So at the same time, like, I actually felt like I could connect with people a lot more, and just understanding that, I just took it all the way.
Okay, perfect. So, when you said work that regular job, what exactly did you do?
I used to work in a warehouse for a little while, and then after that, I was working at Target, like the local Target, Super Target.
Okay.
Getting like $8.50 an hour. So yeah.
Okay. So what made that mindset shift?
It was been shifted. Yeah.
So while you were working at Target, you were like,
Of course, I always knew that I was going to be great in some kind of way. Just understanding that everything's a process, and understanding that you have to actually go through the process to reach that goal. So it's not as if you're ever degrading your vision. You just have to understand that this is a process, and you'll eventually get to that point that you want to be at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm happy you said that you are sometimes in these people's shoes, especially when you talk about helping other people, because I think a lot of people, they want to know how is it that you have the mindset that you have, especially when trading, because while some people that's listening to this aren't traders, but some people are, I still think that in life you have to have a certain kind of mindset and a certain kind of confidence in anything that you do. And in trading, it takes a completely different mindset to hop in a trade. Psychology is probably the most important aspect. Tell me a little bit about psychology.
I feel like the mindset portion of it is something that I've been working on for the past like 4 or 5 years. So it's years and years and years of work, and just just understanding that. Well, also manifestation, that's like huge to me also, and that all works a part of the mindset. So
manifestation, it's meaning like you believe whatever you believe comes into fruition.
Big time. It's kind of like, let's say you are putting your favorite car as your wallpaper or something like that. Like whenever you turn on your phone or your computer, you're looking at that car, so you always want to grind harder and everything because you have that vision in mind already. So it's like sticking to that the entire time. You're not gonna really fail.
Oh, that's great. So law of attraction.
Yeah.
Okay,
big
guys.
time.
So did you hear that? You have to get a vision board.
Yeah.
Law of attraction all day,
Yeah.
making sure that you are constantly bringing your thoughts into fruition.
Good energy all the time.
Good energy. Okay, cool. All right. Well, is there anything that you would like to add for Fight for Your Life listeners?
At the same time, I'll feel like the biggest thing that you should take out of this is that anything's possible. Knowing where you want to go in life, no matter what age you are. Don't think that you're too late, you're too early. Just grind. Just have a vision in mind and just work towards that goal every single day. No matter if you're having a good day or a bad day, just don't ever put that down.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Where are you right now? Like, is there anything that you would like to know, like people to know that you're doing right now? Like, what are you involved in? Yeah.
So what I'm involved in is I teach courses, in-person classes and online classes. So what we do is teach people how to actually trade inside the currency market. Yes, but also I have the option that people can actually come in person and sit with me for 5 days, so I can really get hands-on with them, so they can learn this craft and benefit from that craft every single day. So that's like the main thing that I'm working on like right now, and also opening an office soon to actually make this central location so people can actually come to the office, learn about the craft.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Definitely.
All right, so let people know where they can find you.
Definitely. Add me on Instagram at Qbanks, Cuebanks, and also check out the website as well, wsatraining.com.
Okay, you have like YouTube videos and stuff
Definitely,
too, right?
yeah. I'm on YouTube, youtube.com/QBanks.
Alright, well thank you so much.
Definitely.
Alright guys, make sure you follow Q, and I just want to thank him so much today for this wonderful interview, for educating people, because financial health is extremely important. Like I said, so many people are dealing with so many things, so many people are having so many stressors, and they're not realizing that even when it comes to marriages, one of the main reasons that people get divorced is because of finances.
Big time.
Yeah.
So it's like just trying to, just add my value to humanity in some sense, we could definitely like decrease that percentage in some kind of way,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
Definitely.
All right. Bye.